they they did a really good job in hosting us yesterday as well. So, um, no, and it's a quick turnaround for TRV though.
Absolutely, yeah.
Like
Playing the last game of the day yesterday. Oop, there we go. We've got some echoey audio coming through the venue.
it was
There we go.
kind of like the equivalent of a split shift, really.
It was, yeah.
But
Late finish and now an early start. I hope they've got plenty of coffee.
no. But we also over the weekend have had some pretty special achievements. Now, I'm not sure if they went through this yesterday, but we have a official who did a 200th game on skates. And that's just only on skates because we know our friend Chief has done over 300 games as an official. So 200 to be on skates is quite a special deal.
Absolutely. You can see Chief sitting there in the old ref position next to the scoreboard looking bashful. Give him a wave, Disaster Chief.
So that
There we go.
so that's pretty special because we cannot play this sport without our officials. And us. Oh, we had detention, who, according to Muggles, is sheer awesomeness and fills in EOIs so thoroughly. So that's good to know that people fill in their forms properly. Who else have we got? And we also have Spendy, who did their first NSWS statewide stampede game as a head NSO. So that was pretty good achievements over the weekend. Did oh, we don't have a roster.
That is fine. Rosters are over here
Oh, beautiful.
when I can bring them up.
All right.
I see.
So we are go with Derby.
Bilbo Baggins sneaking through on the outside for an early lead in Jam 1 period 1.
Come up against a big block of players.
Absolutely.
So who do we have taking us through this game?
Looks like it is Honeybee or TRV, pushing right out the front there.
Okay. So making sure that we play nicely today. We have Killer Curls. We have Maureen. We have
I see Pancakes and Lucky, Beck, Knickerbocker, Donkey Kong, and Disaster Chief all in stripes.
all right. We also have Al, Muggles,
That looks like a Rexy whistle down to me.
Rexy Whistledown, Says,
There's a Bearamy in the middle.
I love that name, Baramy. All right.
But we will try and get a hold of some proper rosters there and do some proper shout outs. It is a. I mean, we know a lot of people here, but
Oh, and Beck.
yeah, there we go. We're getting there.
It helps when we have our names on us.
Yeah. Oh, a quick star pass from TRV to get the star through as they come through for their initial. Meanwhile, Kilbo Baggins back at the pack at turn 1 has done the classic fall and call, the one we know and love. 16-point jam for the Chicos there. TRV denied any points for now.
Now, as we're resetting for this jam, I also must pay our respects to the Indigenous owners of the land on which we meet and play today, the Jar Jar people. We acknowledge them and send our respects to elders past and present and extend that welcome and gratitude to those here today. Ooh, and that's Cyclo, I think. No?
That looks like Jackrabbit to me.
Ah, Jack Rabbit. Oh, that was.
I can understand the confusion because Cyclo also wears flaming hot pants, but no, that is Jackrabbit also in flaming hot pants. And yes, excellent tactics from Jackrabbit there, just sneaking through with a quick call, snagging 2 points for Chico's 1. Fantastic display of a defensive pull off.
Oh, exactly. And finding a space where there possibly wasn't.
Absolutely. We've got Sasson and Honeybee for DCRD and TRV respectively. Sasson pushing the TRV back way out the front there.
Some great defense going on here.
Honeybee almost finding a space around the outside. Some great offense from TRV there, just causing chaos.
Oh,
Meanwhile, Sasson sneaks through for the lead out the front.
that was a hard push through the pack there.
Very much so. Coming around to turn 2 now. The pack is a bit of a blob. Is making things very difficult for the jammers. Oh, a little sneak around the outside there. A good jersey grab by Honeybee. As Honeybee pushes and stretches that pack right out. Finds the out of play and is through for an initial. Beautifully done. Sasson trying to make their way through as many TRV skaters as they can before calling. Managing to find 7 points.
Also, if you're not here today, we have 5 games today. We are here till almost 6:30 tonight. We have 4 full contact games, and then this afternoon, our last game is a juniors game. Okay. Whoa.
An early fall for Crackerjack there, creating a bit of chaos in the middle of the pack. Both jammers taking full advantage of that one to sneak through. Jack Rabbit taking a quick call as Kilbo Baggins is right behind them. I can confirm if you've got Kilbo Baggins right behind you, it's extremely intimidating. She always has this enormous grin on her face and somehow looks like she's about to kill you.
I think that's a good thing about our sport in that you can terrify people, and then if they fall over, you just laugh with them. And
Okay, I'm seeing Damage Patch Doll for DCRD and Spendy for TRV. Both coming up against really determined defenses. Damage Patch Doll sneaking through on the inside as Spendy is recycled. Once again, both defenses
oh,
very strong.
the packs are so strong.
555 J-Rex in the pivots position there, managing to slow Damage Patch Doll down quite a lot.
And these blocking packs are just so incredibly tight today.
They're reforming beautifully. As you can see, there's a lot of chaos to deal with there. And speaking of chaos, there is a quick and sneaky little star
Star.
pass. J-Rex now popping a star over their pivot helmet. Quick call from Damage Patch Doll.
That was a toughly fought jam there.
Very much so. Spendy managing to push the DCRD blockers around half the track, which is an incredible effort. They are very strong. 10-point jam for the Chikos, putting them on 34, TRV on 2 points.
The scoreline though.
It looks like we've got an official review. That's exciting.
Oh,
Might even have to do a little quick dash in. And,
you might have to.
what's going on? One sec.
And while we're waiting to get the information, this is an official review, which is a point where one team can ask for a penalty to be reviewed, or if indeed there was a penalty missed. So the captains of both teams will go and talk to our head refs, and they then go and say, yes, no, maybe. But while we're waiting, over on the wall near the entry to the bathrooms, you'll see some large pieces of white cardboard. They are actually some posters for many players who have come through Statewide Stampede, some of whom are here today, some of whom were here yesterday, who are actually playing for three different teams in the Men's Roller Derby World Cup later this month in Paris, in France, actually. We have representation from many teams on Wizards, which is our Australian team. We also have Crush from KCR is playing on Team Jewish Roller Derby, and they have the best name called Schmear Campaign. And then we have quite a few people on API Fury. So when you're going past, feel free to write a note, send a greeting, let them know you're supporting them. Even on all three posters would be great, because Statewide Stampede is very much a developmental tournament. We get our derby feet wet in some ways when we come to statewide. We learn, I mean, officials learn, and these players have all come from statewide at some time in their career. And I think my co host Hypodermic is going to be here with all the tea on that review.
Okay. I come bearing hot gossip.
Oh, yes, I like gossip.
That's it. I've learned several things. I've learned that Maureen is head ref, which is always important.
Yeah.
I've learned that Bonnie is once again benching a team. Can you calm down a little bit, Bonnie, please? And in the meantime, the official review was looking for an star pass interference call on Chiko's blockers. They were trying to do the TRV drama was trying to do several star passes in there and was being ably blocked by Chiko's. And they felt that that constituted interference. But the refs have stated it's a no call. The interference was through normal blocking.
Alrighty. And that means that they've lost their review for this half.
Unfortunately. A quick little zoom through the pack there for Sasson. As Steve pushes through.
Oh.
Sasson taking advantage of the Chiko's pack being on that apex. Sasson trying to get the Steve, sorry, trying to get around the inside of Solid Rage and running into the solid bit.
Exactly.
Honeybee, sorry, Sasson trying to get around the inside of Honeybee and running into also more solid on that apex. Both sets of blockers making sure that inside line is no bueno.
Alrighty. Also, I want to give a shout out to some people who we love that they come to all our derby events, even if we don't want to sort of talk to them. And that is our crew from Deadly Sports First Aid. They are amazing supporters of roller derby, and we love that they love coming to see us, and that when we need them, they're amazing. However, we hope we don't need to need them. But they not only provide first aid services at different sporting and community events, they run first aid training, and they also sell first aid kits. So if you're needing a first aid kit or needing to get first aid training done, reach out to Deadly Sports and tell them that Derby sent you, because, we like to shout out while we can.
Absolutely.
We also have the amazing Hawkeye in the middle of the track, with his trusty camera. Yes, you. Yes, he's the one that makes us all look beautiful.
It is very heavy. My, what a big lens you have.
Alrighty. Oh, we have another official review.
Oh, no, it's an official timeout.
Oh no, official timeout.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Jeremy showing off his guns as the jam timer there.
that's hard when you have to do extended official timeout.
It's true.
And it looks like we've got some amazing vendors here again today. Oh, and Deja Vu, Deja Brew, the coffee van is back.
Hey, wonderful to see. Anybody who's needing some legal speed, get yourself over there. I know we've got plenty of neurodivergent folks who need a little bit of dopamine. Yeah. In the meantime, we're back on Derby. It looks like it's Jack Rabbit and Sharp Cheddar. Sharp Cheddar stretching the pack wide around until it's out of play, snagging the lead. Jack Rabbit, having pushed the DCRD blockers all the way along the main straight. No mean feat, I can tell you.
So this is a big year for us in Derby. And we've got multiple Derby weekends. All right.
Jack Rabbit with some incredible Fred Astaire moves there, managing to sneak around Nick's Vicious. Closely followed by Sharp Cheddar.
All right. And with that, the jam was called. So, as I was saying, we have a big year this year in Derby. Because not only do we have our friends traveling over to France, we also have TGSS, and that is awesome. The Great Southern Slam. Gotta love a tournament with that as a name.
Absolutely.
And it hits so hard. It's only every 2 years. And we have that coming up.
2 weeks after the Great Southern Slam, we've got the Worcester playoffs, the OTA.
Yes, and that's down. Yeah,
Very exciting.
2 weekends down in Geelong because our next rounds are in Geelong.
That's it. You're going to be real sick of Geelong by the time you finished. Kilbo Baggins taking a big tumble there. That was great. Big grin on their face. In the meantime, Spendy managed to pick up 2 points for TIV with an excellent defensive call off.
Yes, so it's a pretty big deal because Southern Slam is actually the largest tournament in the Southern Hemisphere. And it's on the King's birthday weekend, and it is 3 days chock a block of derby. So, and then some of those teams will be backing up in 2 weeks for the Oceania playoffs.
This is the one.
All right.
It looks like we've got Damage Patch Doll and Honeybee.
All right. Okay.
Damage Patch Doll finding a space around the outside there. That should sneak through. Honeybee pushing hard at the back of the pack there. Taking advantage of some offense from their team. The packs have not moved all that far.
No.
Excellent defense from TRV there, denying the inside line to Damage Patch as they come around for a second try. Honeybee sneaking around the outside for a initial pass there, despite KDKO's best efforts. KDKO, as mentioned yesterday by me, the master of the chase down.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely terrifying when you think you've gotten out of the pack and suddenly KO is thumping you off track.
This is being a toughly fought game.
Coming into Jam 10 here of period one. It is Jack Rabbit in the now famous flaming pants.
And Sasson. Was it Sasson?
It is Sasson. That's the one.
All right.
Bit of a shout out for Sasson. They are back in Derby after almost 6 months out, as they do a bit of inline roller hockey in their other life.
Oh,
And it is a real family affair. Jack Rabbit has managed to push the pack all the way around to the back straight. And it's a sneaky star pass, attempting to get that star ahead and out of the pack. And it looks like it is Steve who has managed to sneak through. Forcing that call off for Sasson before they can get any more points.
yeah. I mean, when you look at the scoreline, you think, oh, it must be one-sided, but every single inch of track is highly contested.
Absolutely. Really hard for it. TRV managed to snag a sneaky point in there. That's great. With a quick official review, what we can do is actually go through the rosters if you like.
Oh, that would be good. For the Chicos, we have 10 KTKO, 14 Kilbo Baggins, 39 Sasson, 444 Damage Patch Dog, 8 Hellion, 56 Razorback, 99 In a Pickle, 11 Nix Vicious, 16 Solid Rage, 4 Sharp Cheddar, 77 Crackerjack, 82 Sparks Are Right. I like that name. And number 9 Sticks and Stones.
Fantastic to see such a big roster for the Chicos. In the meantime, for TRV, we've got 111 Steve, 106 The Mad Splatter, 118 Kick, 142 Mama Mayhem, 171 Honeybee, 19 Cow Crusher, 222 Starry Night. Oh no, sorry, that's Jack Rabbit. 333 is Swoop, 444 is Spendy, 555 is Jess, 68 is Bender, 777 is Lady Kiloton, and 999 is T.
This has been an amazing first half, and it's hard to believe we're over halfway through. And now that official review was retained by the Chicos, which means that they
Still timeout, I think. Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
tried.
I think more scoreboard issues we've been having a little bit of trouble with it. Every
Oh, make it
beautifully
smooth
done.
right there.
Spendy showing their skills around the outside, despite some big pushes from Nick Vicious. And a quick call off from Kilbo Baggins to make sure that TRV remains scoreless for that one. TRV managing to keep the Chicos to only 4 points for that jam. And just a quick shout out to TRV again. They are a pickup team. They don't get the chance to train together necessarily. They are basically a team of guests from various clubs.
And they also have Rockabellas with some Rockabellas playing as well. And Rockabellas are a South Australian team, and they regularly scrim and play and train with Mildura when they can.
Really fantastic to see Mildura being represented here.
I think our regional teams, they have so much travel. I mean, we all have a lot of travel, but when you think that they may sometimes go from Mildura to Gippsland, that's commitment.
That is a good 4 hours of travel down to Melbourne, let alone anywhere else. In the meantime, we've got Damage Patch Doll Sneaking through, taking full advantage of a power jam situation from Honeybee.
Oh, and that was a
Quick little fall between Crackerjack and Honeybee there. Everybody okay. Big smiles on everybody's faces. That is the main thing. Honeybee, a really hard hitting, pushing jammer. A lot of strength in those legs.
oh. I'm really impressed with TRV's pack and blocking this morning.
Absolutely. And their tenacity. They are not even slightly giving up. Quick block to the inside from Steve there, making sure the damage patch doll can once again. No inside line for you. And called by damage patch doll. Leaving Chiko's with a 16-point jam, denying TRV any points. The total point score 92-5. And a quick shout out from the live stream. Hello to everybody on the live stream playing along at home. Miriam Bowler, 9547, saying great jam flame pants Jackrabbit. We all agree, as Jackrabbit does line up once again for TRV with those flamin' hot pants. Assassin through for DCRD.
Also, and while we're talking to people in our feed, we need to thank the amazing Sports Connection Australia, heralded by Jen today, and yesterday, who are bringing the live streaming to you.
Live stream and also the audio equipment
And,
locally.
yeah.
Jackrabbit managing to sneak through a really strong DCID of defense there.
And our wonderful Jen is also camera operator, doing the whole kit and caboodle. So we couldn't do it without her.
Absolutely. Jen is very much a veteran of roller derby here, does some officiating as well.
I like this sport because you find that so many people have so many different hats. They might play, they might referee, they might NSO.
Maybe do a little bit of comms on the side. Yeah,
Exactly.
who doesn't love a bit of commentating?
Well, it's the best seat in the house.
Absolutely. Can't get us through for the lead for the Chicos. Meanwhile, it looks like it's Spendy pushing through a chaotic pack there.
And Kilbo's going back.
Ah, some jammer on jammer action. This is what we love to see. Mid pack. Spendy taking the blocker role as they have done a sneaky start pass to Steve. Steve sneaking through the pack in a gap that I did not even see that was there.
No.
I think they made that happen. Sharp header doing a defensive call off with 8 points there. 4 points for TRV.
Yes. And we are less than 10 minutes left in this first half. So I'll go through a little bit of housekeeping. If you need to get a coffee, our friends in Deja Brew are over near the entrance. We also have East Vic, our beautiful hosts, who have a bake store with lots of yummy goodies. And we also have open all gender bathrooms with signs as to whether they have a urinal or sanitary bin. All right, so we have Spendy and we have KTKO jamming.
I can confirm that jamming is actually one of KTKO's least favourite positions. I'm not sure what they're doing there, but clearly having a good time. Quick shout out to East Vic. They're also running a raffle, so do get some tickets in that. They've got some deals going for the more tickets you get, the cheaper it gets. So get as many tickets as you can.
And we've got some amazing vendors here again today that are selling some amazing things. Our vendors are a great support to Derby, and quite often they are friends and family of people who are in Derby. And it's always good to have something to spend your money on.
Absolutely. Most of them are derby related and also involve some swears. Jackrabbit sneaking around the outside in those hot pants again. Followed a quarter of Jack behind by Damage Patch Doll. The pack moving around to turn 2 there.
Yeah. I don't know. Did you see yesterday the mouth guard covers and the whistles?
Yes, yeah, 3D printed
And no, they were amazing.
in some very, very shiny colors. They can be custom done as well.
You know, even if you're watching us today and you're not involved in derby, but you're involved with footy, soccer, anything that needs a mouth guard, they also do team orders. All right. So we have Jack Rabbit.
And some chaos here in the pack. It looks like DCRD are now 2 blockers down. TRV putting up an enormously effective defense against Damage Patch Doll. Damage Patch Doll sneaking around the outside. Jackrabbit taking full advantage of that to sneak through behind them.
Oh, yeah, Jamma Jamma. All right.
Jackrabbit once again around the outside. Damage Patch Doll sailing through, finding gaps that should not be there.
All right. And
an incredible jam.
that was 16 points for TRV.
4 points for Chiko's. TRV really pulling it out of the bag there with a beautiful set of play. Both teams back to full sets of blockers as Honeybee and Sasson line up for Jam 17 of period 1.
So it looks like we've got Honeybee.
We did, and now it's an official time out. Looks like we're sorting out some scoring, making sure that that's all perfectly correct. Very important. Machine or misdemeanor in their ref alter ego, speaking to Rexy Bissell down there. Just a quick shout out to Rexy. It's had a birthday this week, back on the 9th. We won't embarrass them by singing happy birthday, but by golly, it's tempting. And a quick shout out to our game tournament organizer crew. That's Crunch Ever, Sparks, Maureen, Candy Striper, and Sophia Path. Just making sure that everything runs smoothly for the skaters and for referees and NSOs.
Yep. That's a new thing that Statewide have brought in this year. And a lot of tournaments are now doing GTO. So
On the outside line there, we've got some people sitting down on the job. I'm not sure what we're trying to do there. Honeybee going down with KDKO on top of them. Sasson out the front.
this.
Stretching that back out.
All right.
Such a strong push. And through for the lead. Honeybee with a sneaky around the outside. Stretching that back out. And now it is J-Rex or Jess.
Also, I just noticed on our desk here some cards about Bendigo Pride Festival, which is starting on Tuesday, I believe. There are some shows and trivia, etc. And if you go Bendigo Pride Festival on your socials, that'll give you all the information.
Absolutely. Can absolutely recommend the Bendigo Pride Festival. It's been running for, I think, about 4 years now, possibly 5. And it's just really good to see some excellent clear spaces being made out in retail areas.
Yes.
Spendy through for the lead. Only just ahead of Sharp Cheddar.
Oh, I felt that.
Absolutely. Big hits into the back of the pack from both jammers. Sharp Cheddar making it through for 4 points. Spendy calling it with 4 points. A very dramatic call of 4 points from deck there. Loving the pose. PRV taking full advantage of the lead there to snag as many points as they can. And with the Pride Festival, I just want to give a quick shout out to the on Saturday, next Saturday, they have the doggy drag competition. The winner of that gets 2 passes to Priscilla being put on by Priscilla being put on by BTC, that's Bendigo Theatre Company. In the meantime, on the outside, we've got Jackrabbit being hit out by a KO who also went down, both of them looking very pleased with themselves, as well they should. Unfortunately, that has led to a forearms penalty for Jackrabbit, leaving Kilbo Baggins in the power jam position. DCRD choosing to leave their skaters in the power jam position for the next jam as well. We've got a wonderful zoom in on the penalty box of the live stream. You can see Jackrabbit having a big grin there and also catching their breath. Shout out to Sophiopath, Al, and Stez in the box there. Sasson lining up for Chiko's, trying to take advantage of the power jam start. Wastes absolutely no time.
So if you're watching us on the live stream and you're thinking, have I got time? You have time. After this game, we still have 4 more full games of Derby to play. Even if you're in Melbourne, come on up, because you're still going to get at least 2, maybe 3 games.
Absolutely.
Oh, no.
Bit of dominoes here in the middle of the pack. Nobody hurt, which is great. That's what we like to see. In the meantime, it's been a quick little star pass from Jackrabbit to Steve. Steve pushing hard out the front of the pack there. That outside line denied by Sparks and Riot. Some incredible offense from Jackrabbit there. They might have passed the star, but they are still jammer focused. Steve through for their initial pass.
Alrighty.
Assassin through for another scoring pass as Steve is still working through the pack.
But it's amazing how they just make it look so effortless, and yet you know that their lungs are absolutely burning, not to mention pain.
It's not a derby tournament if you don't come home with a couple of very decent bruises.
Not bruises, they're derby kisses.
That's
You're
it.
going to make them.
Badges of honor.
Sure are.
And that jam has run to full time, a whole 2 minutes of derby. You can see just how hard everyone's been working out there.
And with that, we have our intermission.
16-point jam for the Chicos, 4-2 TRB, 145 to 36 into the intermission.
And we'll be back in 15 minutes. So grab some beverages, grab some food, and we'll meet you back here. Oh dear.
And it's a full recycle. That is
For both jammers.
for both jammers. That's it.
So that was a very elegant knee drop there by Kilbo.
Style and or grace.
The one thing when you say you're involved with roller derby, they say, I can't skate. What if I fall over? And we say, we teach you to fall.
Absolutely.
They like,
Falling over is the most important part.
all righty.
Kilbo Baggins finding a gap around the outside there that I didn't even see. Honeybee finding a gap through the inside.
And do you know what else is cool today? There's some beautiful doggos here today.
There are.
Oh, they're so well behaved. I'm missing my doggo. She couldn't come up this weekend, so
I'm so sorry. It's hard when you can't bring your family.
oh, I know. Though she's probably getting spoiled.
Absolutely. As well they should.
Oh yeah.
So a quick shout out to our two dogs here. I believe it is
Three.
Gary. Oh, it's three. Oh,
Yeah, we've got Crumble.
Crumble.
Crumble may have gone for a walk. Crumble
Okay.
is with Zap.
Excellent. We've got Gary, who is representing DCID, half horse, half fried chicken. And we've got Ralph, who is the smaller poodle cross.
All right. So back to the
Spendy.
skating. We have Spendy with lead.
Sneaking through for TRV. Damage Patch Doll not far behind.
So I will say, because I was talking to Zap yesterday, they're staying at a Big Four caravan park, but they have cabins with a yard set up for dogs. So
I love that.
So if you're a dog parent and you think, oh, where can I go that I can take my dog? It's one of the Big Fours in Bendigo. I think that is an interesting idea. It's got grass, it's got a doggy door, everything.
I love that accommodation is becoming much more dog friendly. They're realizing that more people are traveling with their pets. That's a call off from Spendy, managing to snag 3 points out of, no, sorry, the 7 points overall out of the
Damn, that was a good one.
Chiko's blockers. Chiko's getting 8 points. So an excellent jam from TRV there. Great to see. We've got Sasson and Jackrabbit.
Oh,
Sasson pushing the pack out the front out to an out of play. Jackrabbit sneaking through the inside as DCRD loses a blocker to a back block.
and coming up after this game, we will have the Rat Pack, which is Ballarat Roller Derby, taking on South Sea Roller Derby Banshees.
South Sea being down in Keysborough way, down in South Melbourne.
Just out of Frankston.
Correct.
City of Frankston.
Straight out of Frankston.
Ooh, KTKO's gone to the penalty.
That's the one for a quick direction call. They were nodding as they went off. They knew what they had done. Chiko's 2 blockers down. TRV with their full complement, trying to stop Sasson. Jackrabbit managing to sneak past. Chiko's providing a bit of offense there.
And as you were saying earlier, I know KTKO is an amazing player, but KTKO also does amazing work with our junior leagues, up and coming, mentoring, traveling when they've got team travel.
Absolutely big part of Border Clash there.
So our juniors, we're very lucky. We have a few leagues that do have juniors, and it's important that they get an opportunity to play, but also that they get to be mentored and coached and cared for, really.
Absolutely.
We had the Junior World Cup in Australia last year.
We did up in Brisbane.
So
Fantastic time up in Brisbane there.
I was hearing all about it, but it's amazing that we not only do our juniors get to represent our country, but very rarely do you get a home worlds.
It's true. We are very lucky to have that one. It went very smoothly.
Yeah, and we are in official timeout.
We are. Quick little injury in the penalty box there. One of the skaters, big grin on their face, but they took a little tumble coming in. And we've got some Macarena happening in the pack. If there's one thing that's true about derby skaters, it's once they stop moving, they've got to find another way to keep moving.
Exactly.
And now it's the nut bush because there's nothing if not Australian derby.
You know.
Hey, go.
Jen.
Thanks, Jen. Jen's got it covered. The audience can feel free to join in as well.
You know, I reckon one time, statewide, you should do a nutbush on skates challenge to see how many people we could get. That would be awesome.
I reckon you get most folks here for sure.
Oh, yeah.
End of official timeout and end of official dance break.
This is why we like the Chaos Clash at ECC.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They do have dance offs there.
Yeah, penalties by the dance battle.
That's a good way to do an official review. Kilbo Baggins hitting the back of the pack with Honeybee for TRV. Kilbo Baggins sneaking through with a quick little push from a Solid Rage there. That's what the kind of teammate that you want.
All righty.
Honeybee working their way through, but they have star past Steve, who sneaks around the outside of the pack despite a chase down from Crackerjack.
And calling that jam off.
TRV managing to get all of their skaters back now. Both teams will be starting with nobody in the penalty box.
That's always a good start.
It's the way we like it.
Yeah.
8-point jam to the Chicos there, putting them on 993. TRV have got to 59. And it is Spendy lining up for TRV alongside Damage Patch Doll for the Chicos. Oh, big chase down from Bender there. Mama Mayhem, sorry. Big chase down from Mama Mayhem. Almost catching Damage Patch Doll. Spendy pushing hard, trying to find gaps there.
Oh.
Dragon City Defense doing an excellent job of what's known as a waterfall.
Now I'm going to have that song as an earworm.
You're very welcome. In the meantime, a quick little star pass that I didn't even see. That's how sneaky it was to J-Rex or Jess. Jess managing to snag 1 point. Getting their hips in front just at the final moments. And we've got an official review.
Righty.
TRV bench. I'm going to sneak on in. Or you're going to sneak on in.
Sneak on you.
Okay. I'm not going to fight you.
Powerful.
Good morning. We are back. And we're back into Derby. Jackrabbit sneaking an early lead. Turns out that they are getting a power jam start thanks to that official review. TRV was looking for a cut track penalty on the jammer, coming around the outside in front of the score table there. They were doing a beautiful glide, but snuck over the line. Officials agreed that's what happened, but it just wasn't called. And so they have started the jam from the box, coming through for their initial pass, though, wasting absolutely no time.
And that, oh, pardon me. And that also means that because that official review was successful, they have retained that official review.
Correct.
Each team gets one official review per half. If successful, they get to keep it. If not, they have to say bye-bye.
Exactly. So you have to use that thing pretty strategically. Make sure that you're pretty sure about what's happening.
Bit of dominoes on players down at the bottom of the track there.
Okay, we've got a full 2-minute jam as Jackrabbit goes to the box. Power jam status for Dragon City. And Dragon City have managed to catch a goat, who is then returned to their team. It's a real challenge when you're in a power jam status, particularly when it's full teams on both, because you've got 4 blockers who can come in. They don't have to worry about an opposing jammer. They can just set up and shut you down.
Alrighty. And that jam has now concluded.
6 points to TRV, taking them to 66.
TRV are playing a very strong game today.
They really are. It's fantastic to see. 2-2-1 to the Chikos with a 20-point jam. And both teams will be starting with their pivots in the box. Naughty, naughty pivots.
Oh.
Doing sports time for their sports crimes.
And for those of you at home that may not know, a pivot is someone who acts as a blocker, but you've heard us say about star passes, they can become the offensive jammer if the star is passed to them and only them.
We've got Honeybee.
Radio.
And we'll just pull that one quickly and cut the feed.
Pocahontas got me staring, got me wearing strange stuff. You think I'm loco? It's just a poncho. Head Heads are turning one by one. What have you done? Matawaka got me yearning. A bonfire trance got me drumming. Sun is rising. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in.
I can bring you a mind. I like the way you do it. Love is the only true remedy. I open up to it and I receive it. I am me. I am everything. Skimming lines.
It's my call. Pocahontas, you think I'm loco? You think I'm crazy? Matawaka, Pocahontas, heads are turning one by one. What have you done? Matawaka, Pocahontas, purple goddess, got me wearing crystals. You think I'm loco? Maybe un poco. Heads are burning one by one. This is fun. Abracadabra, inside my chakra. Sit down for a while, meditate, you fly high. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice in. Shut the mice. Heads are burning one by one. This is fun.
Polka got mad flow. My rhythm tight, so I stretch like the trees grow.
What?
It's a Matawaka fire show.
We let it burn. If you were triggered, then you must go. The polka no bad beat. My whip kindness, I kill him with that LOV. It's a Matawaka fire show. We let it burn in the night. It's my call, y'all. I'm everything.
We're back.
Absolutely.
And we have just over 19 minutes left in this second half of our first game of today. Coming up next will be South Sea Roller Derby Banshees, and they will be taking on the Ballarat Roller Derby, fondly known as the Rat Pack.
That's the one. We do love some of the Derby team names that we have here. They're almost as good as the skater names.
Oh, I must admit, Ward of the Skate has to be one of my favourite team names.
Very, very good. Hailing from Tasmania, is that right?
No, they're WA.
Oh, they are.
WA Roller
Yeah,
Derby.
WA Roller Derby.
So Ward.
So the state.
Yeah.
Classic.
All right.
Kilbo Baggins sneaking through for an early lead. Meanwhile, Spendy pushing out the front of the pack, running into a very determined defence from Solid Rage and Sparks of Riot, sneaking past both, making it happen. Oh, Mad Splatter almost pushing Kilbo Baggins out there, somehow finding a little bit of space inside that outside line. Don't know how they do it. Incredible skills from all skaters on track on display today. It's really fantastic to see some very high quality roller derby from both these teams.
Definitely, definitely. Alrighty. So we will have
That looks like Jack
Jack
Rabbit
Rabbit.
and Sasson.
And Sasson's being held up. Oh, Jack Rabbit just flew through for the lead. Aided by her wonderful pack of blockers. And so both packs are working extremely hard, holding jammers up.
Coming around to turn 4 now. They've almost done a complete lap. As Jack Rabbit calls it off before Chiko's could come around for any more points.
I think that's one of the best things I like about this game is the strategy. In that most games you just want to keep scoring. And mid-roll derby, sometimes it's not about the scoring, but keeping the others from scoring.
Correct. Making sure that you are playing defensively. 4 points for the Chicos, putting them on 233. 3 points for TRV, putting them on 69. I'm going to be an adult about that. Sharp Cheddar.
Unless it wasn't 6-7.
That's true. Yeah.
Working in a school, I'm so sick of that. Especially in junior school where you are teaching them to count.
It's going to come up a lot. Sharp Cheddar pushing through to the front of the pack. Meanwhile, we've got Steve pushing hard at the back.
And Kilbo. Sharp Cheddar.
It is Sharp Cheddar. Yeah.
I thought it was Kilbo for a minute, but no, it is Sharp Cheddar.
Steve almost making it through in Sharp Cheddar's wake there. Sometimes it's really useful to have another jammer come through and snag some of the chaos that they cause. But not
And it is just like coming up on a wall of bodies.
really is.
Do you let everyone know?
All right, looks like there's been a star pass. Mad Splatter now has the star. Sharp Cheddar calling it before Mad Splatter can snag any points. In the meantime, I've just had someone come up and say that a purple mouthguard has been handed into lost property. If you are the proud owner of a purple mouthguard, please chat to the folks at the front desk there to get it back. I do not suggest trying it out in slipper, like a Cinderella slipper style.
Oh, no.
No. It's either yours or it's not.
And even if it is yours, it's probably going to want to take a good swim in Listerine for
I
it.
should think so. A little bit of a tumble there for TRV blockers and damage patch doll. Meanwhile, Spendy making their way around the outside from a very solid DCRD defense.
Exactly. KTKO not only took Spendy, but one of Chiko's down.
Absolutely. Solid defensive player. Spendy pushing the pack all the way to the outside, then sneaking through that inside line. Damage patch doll finding that same inside line, both on scoring passes. TRV losing their pivot to a penalty there. As both jammers hit the back of the pack, trying hard to get past.
2 on.
And both are being denied those lines over and over and over again. Spendy almost making it out of the pack. Run down by a very intense looking KDKO.
All right.
And that looks like it was an 8-point jam apiece. All of that work, and they're still even Stevens in terms of points gained. Chiko's on 251, TRV on 77.
TRV are playing so well when you consider that they don't play together all the time. They don't train together all the time. However, this is their second game this weekend. So you can see how just being together helps.
Absolutely. They're really coming together. We had some jammer on jammer action there. Kilbo Baggins sneaking through for the lead, only just centimeters ahead of Jack Rabbit. But then being hit down on turn 4. Kilbo Baggins checking in on, are you okay, Jack? Both of them comparing scrapes and bruises.
That's the thing I love about this sport. We'll push you over, we'll bump you over, we'll knock you down, but then we'll get up and laugh with you at the same time.
Exactly. And laugh with you, not at you.
Oh yeah, we definitely.
Sharp Cheddar coming up against Steve.
We've just got over a tad over 11 minutes left of this second half of our first game. Still plenty of time for people at home to come down and I think we've got some more messages on the feed, have we?
No, that's the same.
Yeah.
Still calling out Jack Rabbit there.
All right.
A lot of Jack Rabbit love on the feed.
And of course, our feed is being brought to us by Sports Connect Australia. Oh, Sports Connection Australia. And under the skill of our wonderful Jen. And that means that we are able to come to you in your workplace, in your home, on the train if you've got phone.
Absolutely. We've got some chaos here happening with the both packs losing several blockers to the penalty box, keeping those penalty box timers busy.
Awesome. And while I was up during that half time, I was checking out our vendors because, got to check out your vendors. And I found there was a Meglia, hang on, sorry about the pronunciation, a Meglia College, and they are a neurodiverse hub. And they have a trivia night coming up, and all the details are over where they are on the merch tables.
That's the one.
Got some stickers and things like that, and they're fostering safe, inclusive space for neurodivergent individuals. We all like a bit of neurospicy, and it's great to see them here today and be able to send some love their way.
Absolutely.
So
Really,
th-
really lovely.
Now we have Sharp Cheddar coming up from turn 4 with a 2. All right.
Sharp Cheddar calling it from the floor. The old fall and call. 16 points to 19 points to 12 in that jam. Big scoring jam, that one.
For both teams.
For both teams, as both teams lost quite a few of their blockers, makes for a field day for the jammers. Both teams back to full teams now. Sasson coming up against Spendy.
Yes, that both of those packs were working so hard, and Spendy's come out through for the lead.
Followed quite close behind by Sasson.
All right, and that was a lovely scoring pass there.
Sneaking through the outside with some excellent offense from Mad Splatter.
All righty.
Both packs have slowed down now on turns 3 and 4.
And they're all- It's quite amazing when you think the packs are holding the skater up jammer up, and they're doing all this while they're rolling as well. So it takes an inordinate amount of strength to be able to use your upper body to push and yet your lower body to stand your ground.
Absolutely. Speaking of the ground, we've got a couple of skaters falling down there. Spendy calling it after standing up, not the usual fall and call. That's an 8-point jam from TRV and a 4-point jam from the Chicos. TRV starting to come back a little bit. Both teams working very hard out there, but with really big grins on their faces.
I can just see after this game it's going to be, oh, the weekend is done.
They have definitely left everything out there. KDKO jamming for the Chicos, sneaking around the outside, snagging lead. Jackrabbits at the back of the pack trying to work their way through.
Oh, that was a good spell.
KDKO going for a apex jump. Not on the apex though. That's along the straightaway. I have seen it done, but it was not to be that time.
The points for it.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Every time.
An apex jump is when a player at the curvy end of each track tries to jump from one side to the other, sort of cutting out some of the track space. I don't know if we've had any this weekend, have we?
We have not that I've seen, no. Jackrabbit sneaking through on their initial. KDKO just in front on their scoring pass. Heading out to the outside and calling. Looking for that 1 point. Confirming with the refs. We've got an official review again.
Oh dear.
TRV.
Okay.
Which means I get to wander in again.
You go and find out all the tea for me.
Absolutely. Okay, we are back. A quick explanation of that official review. TRV was looking for a cut track penalty on the Dragon City Jammer, saying that they had cut one of their skaters while re-entering the track. But that skater that they cut had already been called out of play. They were outside the 20-foot engagement zone, either side of the pack. And so they're out of play, which means they are not in a position where they can defend. Leah Booth on the live stream making an excellent point that you can also watch it while walking the dog. I'm assuming that that's what they're doing.
That's Zap and Crumble or Shred and Crumble.
Yes. In the meantime, we've got Damage Patch Doll trying to fight their way through the pack, being recycled several times by TRV. At the back of the pack, we've got Steve pushing hard against that pack. Very solid tripod.
Yeah, no, it's that could be an interesting competition to have one tournament. So where are you watching us from?
Exactly. Where are they now?
Because I could imagine that there would be some people at work, possibly flicking screens.
That's certainly what I would be doing. Damage Patch Doll giving Mad Splatter a big hit there, sending them towards the outside of the track.
I'm not sure what the time zone conversions are like with the work.
Also true. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, it's not going to be great because I'm just remembering the Winter Olympics was really hard.
Yes, other side of the world stuff makes it very difficult.
Yeah.
We've got a power jam situation. Damage Patch Doll has ended up in the box. Steve is through for their initial.
And this is going to go for the full 2 minutes.
It is. We've only got 20 seconds of that jam left, but that means Steve just has to push hard to try and get those points. Remember, it's all about passing those hips. And the jam refs will be looking closely to see where Steve's hips are going. Have they snuck past the blockers?
And we've got a little over 4 minutes left of this second half, and it's been amazing.
3 points for TRV.
All right, Auntie, they have cracked the 100 now.
They cracked the ton. They're sitting on 101, and fantastic effort from them. Chiko's with 7 points that jam, 292 in total.
So our next game coming up is South Sea Banshees and Ballarat Roller Derby, otherwise known as the Rat Pack. And you may hear us referring to teams by team names rather than colours of Guernseys. And that is something that has been brought in by Woofter.
Correct. They've had some problems with racism, unfortunately, from in the US. And so they've decided to go with team names rather than colours, avoiding some of the black and white issues that they've had over there.
I mean, it's a shame that it came to that, but it's also just another way that we see how inclusive and amazing Derby is.
Exactly.
Derby is an incredibly safe sport to be involved with so many marginalised or minority groups. It's a sport that you can be who you are and it does not matter. You will be able to play and you are safe to play with us.
Exactly.
And that is a pride of point.
It has been really wonderful to see Woofter really doubling down in light of some of the issues for trans people in sports in the US and in the world more generally. Not only Woofter, but a lot of teams across the world just really stating their strong positions that trans women are women, that trans people are very welcome in this sport.
Exactly. I think one of the things that has struck me is that there are a lot of people involved in Derby who may not be out in the real world, but Derby, they get to be their true self. And that's an incredible honour that we have.
To be known as that sort of safe space. Absolutely. In the meantime, Derby World on the track right in front of us. Unfortunately, Kilbo Baggins has snagged a forearms penalty coming out of the pack. Almost had lead, but not quite. In the
But
meantime,
Jack Rabbit has lead.
they do. Jack Rabbit has snagged lead, now has a power jam. TRV taking full advantage of that with using all 4 of their blockers for offense, causing chaos throughout the DCRD pack.
And being recycled to the back of the pack.
Absolutely solid rage out the front there, providing a hard block, a hard wall. And it just shows you the quality of the Chiko's defense there, even with full offense. They're still able to keep Jack Rabbit mostly at bay. It's very hard work. Kilbo Baggins sneaking around for their initial pass. Jackrabbit calling it. Getting all 4 points for TRV. Keeping
Awesome.
Chiko's to 0. Fantastic work. We've got a timeout for TRV. As we are down to 28 seconds on the period clock. We'll be going into jam 19 of period 2. And that means it's time for a dance break.
Exactly. And I can see Zap and Crumble coming back from their walk.
Good little dance battle going on in the TRV box. And the Chicos are having a good bit of bop as well.
Yeah. I must admit, that was what East Coast I liked about East Coast.
And sadly, a very short dance break there, but we are back for what will very likely be the final jam, unless it's the quickest jam of all time, the final jam of this game.
Well, I must admit, I have been calling one jam that went for like 3 seconds.
That's true. I have seen that. And we are off. KDKO.
Is jamming for Chicos. Oh,
And it looks like it is 333. That is Swoop coming through,
he swooped in and taken the lead.
living up to their name well and truly. KDKO still struggling through the TRV defenses, stretching it out to a no-pack situation.
All right.
Swoop hitting the back of the pack again, pushing hard. Calling it off the cycle by Hellion. Fantastic work from both teams there.
And
A lot of big smiles on faces.
this was such an amazing game for TRB. They've worked so hard as long as have the Chicos.
Absolutely.
And while we await for our final official scores, I'd like to invite people in the venue to come down, stand at the track border and give our players a high five. And that is the rolling whistle. So this is officially 299 for Chicos and 109 for TRV. My name's Sparks.
My name's Hypodermic.
And it's been fun bringing this to you, and we'll catch you later.